Voltron, Death Note, and Pacific Rim? Are y'all trying to make my day? Nerd Soul. Late Ill Kid at OneYoungsta holding it down, bring you that StreetGeek and NERDSoul. What is up, my people, today? Oh yeah, we are continuing dropping jewels. We just had to separate some things up, but let's get it going. Voltron just dropped a new trailer for season 3 down at Comic-Con, and this is a very different and a very interesting trailer for two reasons. One, it's a very sad trailer compared to what we've gotten from Voltron before and DreamWorks, Netflix, and all of that. And also, it's interesting to see this trailer played out how they usually play out live action trailers. And what I mean by that is usually animated trailers have a more uplifting tone. And this trailer has like the sad music and the slow fades and stuff, something that you would usually see in a live action film. And I don't know if I like it. I don't know if I don't like it, but it was definitely different and it definitely stood out to me. And that's, I think, what you want. Now, outside of that, we see that the galaxy is still in trouble. So much so that we don't even know how in the world to get the Black Lion rolling because there's no paladin at this time. And since there's no paladin for the Black Lion, that means that you can't make Voltron. And we get to see what the team goes through with this situation dealing with not having Voltron. You see a lot of new players coming in. You get to see a lot of action and a lot of despair. And I think this is a great way to shake things up from season 2. You know, the way we ended with season 2, we got a large realization. We got a large twist, if you will, sort of, and now it's good to see that play out further and see where maybe relationships might shift, where loyalties might divide, and where that might bring us. You know, how long can our team stand and our team protect the galaxy without Voltron? And can the Lion itself last without a paladin? Because we've learned kind of like their symbiotic relationship in season 2. So guys, I'm very interested to see what you think about this trailer. I'm psyched. I love season 1 and 2. I'm already in it. Let's do this. But what are you thinking? Are you thinking that maybe it's a little too much? You want to know what's going on with the Black Lion? Maybe you think the Paladin is a misdirect? Let me know. I'm very interested to see where you're going to go with this one. So, holla at me. I'm going to holla at you down in the comments because we got some Death Note, baby. Next up is a clip from Death Note. And we get to see Light and Ryuk kind of figuring out their relationship in this scene because Light is like, you know, hey, I must be sleeping. This must be a bad dream, something like that. And he's being tempted from, you might as well just go in and say the devil. And Rook is like really almost on the offense with this. Like he's very, very tempting, very, almost like nurturing the dark side, if you will. And that's where this clip shines. Willem Dafoe is killing it as the voice of this character. He really brings that, I don't know if you would say that darkness, that ominous presence to, you know, just the scene. And the way they've done him digitally as far as Rook's character is just seeing him kind of like all black, and when he opens his mouth, the glistening shininess, the dirty, nasty, But anyway, it's very cool to see that darkness and then hear that darkness portrayed through his voice. And that's what makes this scene work for me. Light is kind of like that kid that's kind of playing with fire. Now, I know there's going to be a lot of people that are like, this is not what happened in the comics. This is not, comics, manga and comics is both the same thing. So this isn't what happened in the manga. This isn't what happened in the anime. But this is just another adaptation because the anime technically didn't follow the manga perfectly. And then the live action films that have come out, I think there's like 4 of them now, in Japan, haven't followed the manga perfectly, or the anime perfectly. So, this is just another adaptation. You have the same lore, the same surrounding world, but you're approaching it differently. And I think it's kind of cool to see the kid that played with fire and, kind of getting his training wheels, and then next thing you know, it's trouble. So before we talk about more of that trouble, I got to remind you that you can find me on Black Hollywood Live. That's right, the first online network for African Americans is so dope, and you can find them at blackhollywoodlive.com, where they got celebrity interviews, after shows, sports talk, geek nerd tech, all that. Of course, you can find more at youtube.com/blackhollywoodlive. So really quick, a couple of things that kind of like stood out to me was Light's handwriting. Look, my handwriting ain't all that, but he, in my opinion, had some nice handwriting. I mean, he was cursiving it up. I haven't written in cursive in years. This dude is just, and that's a nice pen too. Like, see how the devil will do you? The devil, you be like, man, I can't do nothing. The devil be like, oh, I got a pen right here, player. Right here. Now, I know he's supposed to be a god, but Rook's the devil, man. Let's just be honest. He is a devil. But anyway, I'm not going to go any further with that. The way that this is portrayed, from him kind of like tempting him and slowly luring him into the darkness with like, oh, you can't just write his name. Let's write how it happens. I think this is going to be a very interesting take on slowly luring someone into the darkness. So, guys, holla at me. I'm going to holla at you. What do you think about this clip? Are you still feeling Death Note? Are you excited? Are you not? Of course, I know there's some people that just are not going to be on board for this. But if you're open to it, let me know what you think. So, of course, down in the comments, we're going to get it on. And we got to move on to John Boyega. Next up is another little teasy tease from San Diego Comic-Con. This one is very short. It's for Pacific Rim, but you're just getting a voice and a lot of images of the new Jaegers. In this case, they're talking about, like, what is a Jaeger? What makes a Jaeger? And that a Jaeger is you times 1,000. Innovation is our superpower, and showing the new designs, the new Jaegers, how they look much more agile than they were in the first movie. So you can see that kind of like technology has progressed, and you get a newer feel of confidence in the human race when it comes to, I guess, dealing with this threat. And it's really cool because I think that this might play well into the story. But I mean, of course, I'm reading into this, but I think that talking about saving yourself, saying that innovation is our superpower, I think we might be in a situation where it's like, yo, don't get cocky. Because, and of course, you have John Boyega, so you got Finn up in there, don't get cocky. But it's interesting to see where this might go, because you see that the technology has grown. You see that they're talking about saving yourself, their superpower. It seems like the confidence level has risen. I wonder if this movie is going to shake that confidence, or if this movie is going to challenge that confidence. So, guys, with that, the new Jaegers, the swords, the cool look, and then of course John Boyega at the end, and the whole suit and everything, I'm very hyped. But I also love Pacific Rim, the first movie, so I might actually go on and watch that now and stop wasting your time, because you got to tell me what you think about the new Jaegers, the new Jaeger trailer, Pacific Rim 2 in general. They wrap filming. It's time to see this thing. Holla at me. I'm going to holla at you down in them comments. Let's talk some Pacific Rim, man. I can't wait. So before I bounce, I got to tell you to hit up ThatNERDSoul.com. That's right. Check me out. All my videos are there, from the oldest, newest, latest, greatest, and all that. Then hit up shop.thatnerdsoul.com and pick yourself up a t-shirt, player. And don't forget one for them players. Then come back here, like, comment, subscribe, and share that Nerd Soul. That's right. There's no better way that I can show people that you like what you are watching. And of course, my shout outs go to LA, what up? VA, what up? RVA, you got my heart. And please be good to yourselves and be good to each other. And check it. On the real, them new Jaegers is their hotness. Yo, them kaiju better watch where they stepping. Peace.